Hello, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is April 29, 2023. Now we're doing podcast number 3. Here's what he said. I'm going to say it one more time, Mr. Perry. He really hates it when everybody has to repeat themselves for you. Like, we don't do that. We don't. We say it once, Mr. Perry. One time. I've worked with very, very important people in my life. I'd never met anybody as stupid as you. I had patients that were Down syndrome. They weren't as stupid as you. I didn't have to repeat myself as much for them as I do you. So what he said is, Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded. You do not contact her or her family, any of them, in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. She's not to be broke anymore. Respect the law, respect her, and fuck off, bitch. There's not going to be a wedding, weirdo. There's not going to be a wedding, weirdo. I don't go out with men that can't respect boundaries. I don't go out with, even on a date, with men who, you're a job, but let's just say you weren't. I don't go out with any man at all that can't respect boundaries. I don't go out with any man at all who's a weirdo and embarrasses me. I don't go out with any man at all who's stupid and I have to repeat myself all the time. I don't do it. You're off the list right there. I don't go out with any man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. Doesn't happen. You're never going to get a date. There's fucking not going to be a wedding. Shut the hell up with that. It's not going to happen. It's my choice. I said no. I don't like you. Fuck off. Fuck the hell off. I don't like you. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you feel. Everybody's really sick and tired of hearing that. I don't like you. You're fat, you're lazy, you're perverted, and you're cruel. And you're a lazy turnoff. You're a turnoff. I don't go out with men who don't work very hard and have something very interesting to talk to me about at the end of the day. You'll never get a date with me, much less a wedding. Now shut up with that. I'm not going to call you. All I heard all day is, call me, there's going to be a wedding. Call me, there's going to be a wedding. I said no. It's my choice. My decision is no. I went to a lot of trouble to move twice and start the fuck all over again. Completely changed my life to get away from you. I don't like you. It doesn't matter what you feel. Doesn't go both ways. I don't like you. I think you're a turnoff. I think you're a monster. You get anywhere near me, your balls are in your brains. Just like that. Don't get anywhere near me. There's never going to be a wedding. There's never going to be a date. There's never going to be a phone call. I'm saying what I think right now. You're not good enough. You make my skin crawl. You give me the heebie-jeebies. You give everybody the heebie-jeebies. Just some people are too afraid to say it to your face. Believe me, they say it behind your back. I don't go out with cop killers. I don't go out with child pornographers. I don't go out with men who have some sort of seething hatred towards women over a mommy issue, and they just want to beat us down to nothing and try to figure out how to make us fail. I only go out with men who support my career, support my dreams, make me laugh, make me have a good time. Not one who is some burden. You're a job, but let's say you weren't. There's that. I said no. It's inappropriate for you to contact me. Highly inappropriate for you to contact me. What he said is, Charles Perry, her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. He said it in 2020. Do not contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly, ever again. You need to take off your little dress and put your big boy pants on and move on. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody moves on. Stop bullshitting yourself. You look like a fool. If you have power, then you won't have any problems at all. Go out and find a woman that likes you. I do not. I've tried 11 times to get a protective order against you or an injunctive order against you that you had to buy your way out of and go in a courtroom when the burden of proof is on me and you make sure I'm not there. I didn't think that was cute, sir. Another reason I wouldn't date you ever. That's not my thing. Okay? I like guys who are smart enough to strategize. First of all, I'm going against you. I'm asking the judge to make you leave me alone. 11 times. I went to a hell of a lot of trouble to teach myself the law. Good enough to where you won't let me in the courtroom. It was painstaking. I spent hours of my time and a shit ton of my money that I didn't have because you don't let me make money. That right there is another reason it will never be you. Never. Absolutely not going to happen. Not going to be a wedding, not going to be a call, not going to be a date, ever. Now stop bullshitting yourself and everybody else, because you embarrass me. I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort and poured my everything I had into it to get rid of you, to go before a judge and have the knowledge and wherewithal to argue on my own behalf. Mr. Perry's bothering me. Please make him leave me alone. He's taken all my money. He's taken everything I have. He's ruined my life. I don't think that's cute. I don't find that attractive. I'd like you to make him leave me alone. This I did after I moved twice to avoid a conflict at all. I didn't want any conflict. You shoved it up my ass. You shoved it in my face. So I promise you there's never going to be a date. You made your choice then. You made a choice then. If you weren't a job. Okay? So, here's the fucking disclaimer. Alright? Does everybody see that? This is what cops are supposed to do. Not pull you over. And when you say, this is part of harassment, officer. And here's the deal. And you're trying to explain it. And he doesn't care. I'm going to go get a ticket. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to go get your ticket. That's not what you do. It's also not what you do when somebody files a police report and because you need a protective order and you have to do it by law in Oklahoma and they give it right to the offender. That's also not what you do. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. Women are dying. More women died in domestic violence incidents than in Iraq and Afghanistan during that same period of time. Did y'all know, it was like 7,000 died of 8,000 soldiers died in Afghanistan and Iraq during the same period of time. It's like 11,000 women died. It may even be more than that. 11,000 women died in domestic violence incidents. So we don't think that's cute. There's a thing called ethics, morals, professionalism. Do your job right or go home. Your name is on that shit. Then the guy obstructed justice, destroyed my evidence, smeared me. I only go out with men, Mr. Perry, who defend my honor. There's not going to be a date. There's not going to be a wedding. There's not going to be a phone call. Not ever. If you really want to talk to me, only thing I want to hear you say is, why did you kill Lucky Miller? What about Mary Beth? What about Todd Reno? So the only way I would talk to you is in a police department. After you've been Mirandized, and I've fucking Mirandized you, you're very familiar with your rights, and CSI Las Vegas will Mirandize you, Law and Order will Mirandize you, the closer will Mirandize you. There's no excuse for you not to know your rights, not in this day and age. So you know your rights. Waive your right to counsel. Explain to me, why did you murder him, and why did you frame Mike, and what's cute about that? What makes you think that's how you get a date? Huh? I'm broke. You took everything I own. You're trying to ruin my life. He does this. This is what this bitch does. I took everything you own. I have money. Call me. I want a wedding. I want to marry you. I love you. I took everything you own. I ruined your life. I have money. Call me. Any girl out there, if you would like a date with Mr. Perry, he's available. Because I don't like him. He's looking right now. He needs to do something on a Saturday night besides have a date with his doll. So anybody out there interested in a man like that? Anybody? Any takers? Just get with us. Get with us on, you can private message us on the Facebook, and we'll hook you guys up. We'll hook you up. I took everything you own. I ruined your life. I have money. You don't have money. I made sure you don't have money. I ruined you. Call me. Let's have a wedding. I love you. Call me. Who's my leaks? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your kids? Is it Al? Is it Jim? Is it Russia? Is it China? Who's helping you? Who's leaking? All fucking day. All fucking day. I'm gonna have you arrested. I'm gonna make sure you go to jail. I have your fingerprints. I have your DNA. I have your mitochondrial DNA. I have pictures of you everywhere you go. Oh dear God. Anybody, okay, so any woman interested in a man like that, you can message us on Facebook and we'll hook you up with Mr. Perry. He's available. So, just let us know. We're going to help him get a date, something besides a doll. His little blow-up doll. So here's this, okay? This is what cops are supposed to do. They use technology. Stalkers, not cops. Use technology to stalk. They'll hack your phone, clone your phone. Human traffickers often clone the phone, and they watch everything the victim does to make sure they can't get out of the little cage, right? All right, so we had this earlier today. I'm trying to like you, TPD. I really am. Remember, I'm raised in 4 generations of police. Okay? There's a 40 of them helping me now. The McNamara email did not come from you. I'm trying to like you. I really am. Having a hard time. Some of you I have met, and I do like you. I like you just fine. Overall, systemically, I don't understand you. I fucking don't understand why would you give my police report to the offender and then let him ruin my evidence and obstruct justice and smear me like he did. I lost my house, my son, my baby lost his home. My little boy has been through hell. He's 10 years old, and his grandparents decided to rip his brother out of his life. They were best buddies. They did everything together. Do you think that's cute? Mr. Perry helped. So it's like a death of his brother and his grandparents. All of a sudden, boom, it's over in 30 seconds, literally. Who the fuck does that to a little kid? So I watched him go through that. Then we finally get out of Lubbock, and to get away from Mr. Perry. Lost his home. He lost 2 homes in Lubbock, 2 of them. Thanks to Mr. Perry. That's what he does. Remember, we have a witness that says that's what he does. He's a sex sadist. He gets off on hurting women. He gets off on it. Gets a sex thrill out of that. So then that child, we get to Oklahoma. We're around family. We have support. Everything's good. We finally get a house. He likes tennis. We find a house, 1 house over from the tennis courts. On Saturday morning when other kids are watching cartoons, staring into a Bolivian or playing video games, my child and his friends are down at the courts playing tennis. I was very proud of that. Wouldn't you be if you're a parent? Keeps your kid out of trouble, don't you think? I'd look outside and watch him play, and so I'm making sure that's what he's doing. Mr. Perry, I'm going to my child every night and saying, Charles is threatening to arrest me or kill me. So if I don't make it home, call your cousin, call my cousin Craig, or call your dad. And can you imagine? You got to tell your kid that every night before you leave work to go to work. He saw me come home and throw up because they were giving me arsenic. I had to call him from a jail. Mr. Perry did what I said. I'm in jail. Call Craig and call your dad. And then he goes to school. Why is your mom's mugshot everywhere? I'm not a criminal. He knows that. He knew it was a threat. He saw me call his dad freaking out one night about getting threatened with it. All right, if you're a child, what? And now all of a sudden you've lost your home again. And any women that are looking for a man that will do something like that, Mr. Perry, the men I go out with, listen to me. I have fucked a lot of men. They didn't have it in them to do what you do. I've dated a lot of men. 3 or 4 very seriously. One of them I was married to. They did not have it in them to do the shit you do. It's not in their DNA, not in their makeup at all. So even if you weren't a job, there's no chance that you would ever get a date with me. You did that to my kid. Absolutely will there not be. And then when I get back, I'm at work and I got a guy coming up to me saying, the weirdest fucked up thing just happened. Really? The guy, that senator whack job that just put you in jail? Yeah. He was going in town introducing your child as his stepson. I about died. I didn't know what to do. I'm standing there going, you gotta be kidding me with this. I wanted to help your son. Your son looked very uncomfortable. He's gonna need therapy. The man just took his mom to jail, smears you all over the place. He lost his home. Then he's taking him around town, telling everybody that's his kid, stepson. And your son, the look on your son's face, I felt like I needed to rescue him, and yet I was kind of afraid to. You know what? I didn't talk to my son about that either, for the same reason. Do I make it worse? Because I felt like if I start talking to him about it, Creepy Perry's gonna creep my son out with it. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Anybody want to date with that guy? Please get in touch with us on Facebook. He's available. He's available. Let us know if you'd like to go out with him. He's got a lot of power, he says. So, this right here, Mr. Perry, again, get off my phone. No one cares what you think. Everybody's sick of hearing about what you think. You are something awful. So, we did this one today. We're having to repeat ourselves again because Mr. Perry he's got Huntington's disease. It causes delusion, impaired cognitive reasoning. I'm going to tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, I can tell you he has no idea what you just fucking said. Doesn't know. Impaired cognitive reasoning, hallucination, delusion, paranoia, and psychosis. He's literally psychotic and can't understand what the fuck you just said. Doesn't know. So, I've had a lot of conversations with our shrink about that. The struggle that I have in having to be forced to deal with somebody like that you're trying to reason with them and they fucking don't understand what you're saying. They don't know. It's very frustrating. And I'm a victim of that person's crime. He doesn't know what the fuck you just said. His reaction is always a fail. It's a failure. Who the fuck peeps on a woman all day and tries to ruin her life and then says, call me, let's get married? Jesus. The guy signed my name to a marriage certificate so that he could get my personal information. A marriage certificate and a power of attorney. He's a human trafficker is what he is. The whole wedding bullshit is his fraud, it's his con game. So he's trafficking women. Our witness says he puts hidden cameras in their homes when they're not at home. He looks for women who are divorced with kids. He thinks they're more vulnerable. He puts a hidden camera in their house and begins to broadcast them on the dark web. He gets them fired from their job, makes sure they can't find another job. They lose the house. Then he takes the kids away. Now they're easier to sell. While he's broadcasting them online, selling watch time, he's raking it in while he starves them to death. He gets them fired. They can't find another job. So now they're unfit. They lose the house. Now dad can come in and you're unfit. I'm taking the kids. He does it to a lot of women. I'm not the only one. My ex-husband did not do that to me, thankfully. My parents took my oldest son. My children have 2 different dads. So the thing with that is while they're being broadcast and men are watching us and our children, it's child pornography too. Us and our children while we take a bath and shit and blow our nose or pick our nose and make dinner and things that you're supposed to be able to do in private. You have a reasonable expectation of privacy in your shower. And if your curtains are closed or your blinds are closed in your home. If you're opening your blinds or your curtains or your front door or whatever, there is no reasonable expectation of privacy. So if you want your home to be completely private, shut the blinds and the door. But certainly in the shower, you have a reasonable expectation of privacy. Voyeurism is a felony, sir. It's sick. It's a sick, twisted thing to do to a woman. There's a Disney guy right now. If you hear the media talk about him, he's a voyeur. They're not talking about him like they think he's lovely. They're talking about him like he's the sickest son of a bitch ever. What makes you think you're any different? You're worse. He's advertising us to be sold. He sells women. Okay, so he's now torn your life down to nothing. They get your financial information that's supposed to be kept private, and they get past the privacy laws by forging documents. They get your personal documents like your driver's license, social security card, birth certificate. There's just nothing left. And then they think they'll wave a little few dollar bills and you'll come along. And then you'll go suck dicks for them. And I'm sorry for the vulgarity, but that's what trafficking is. That's what they make those women do. I got a John. They're gonna prostitute you. So, I'll give you this great life. You have to suck 20 dicks a day, but you'll have a really nice house. Anybody want to date with this man? Get in touch with us on Facebook. I think that you're pathetic if you have to buy a woman. I just think you are. Okay, so, but Mr. Perry's hid this all his life, but something changed when he did it to me. Because I have 40 policemen that are helping me. They're the ones that had me go to Lubbock and help Mr. Perry get elected, so he's easier for cops to get to. Yeah, I don't know. It's not political, is it? Any of that what you do to pass a law in Texas, Mr. Perry? Yeah, I don't think it is. All right, do you see all this, Charles? My guy said, the guy that gave me all this said, you are not to invade Cynthia's privacy anymore. You are not to contact her or her family directly or indirectly ever again. She is not to be broke anymore. You respect her, you respect the law, and get the fuck out. Or I'm going to do it for you. You got your little dolly handy? Why don't you go pray to it? So, we got more tonight. Because Perry went at me and went at me and went at me all fucking day. Threatened and threatened and threatened and threatened and harassed and bothered and bothered. And you're broke, I got money, call me. Let's get married, I got money, call me. Who's telling on me? Is it your mom? Is it your kids? Is it China? Is it Al? Is it Jim? Oh my God, Jesus. Call me. Yeah, I'm not going to call you ever. There will never be a wedding. There will the men that I go out with, sir, don't have it in their DNA or in their makeup anywhere to do the things that you do. The sick, twisted, nasty, yuck, fucked up shit you do. And you do it all day, every day, and you just are relentless. You just won't stop. You don't care what, I don't like you because you do that shit. I don't like you. No one does. Let's see how many women we can get contacting us don't want to date with you. Where's Jacqueline? I don't like you. It doesn't matter what you feel. I do not like you. So, we got this. The guys that gave me that and that. Sir, was it up to you? This did not come from TPD. It didn't come from TPD. It came from somebody else. Who has the kind of power to give me something like that in jail? Who has that kind of power? Charles. That's who you piss off. That's who said, you don't invade her privacy anymore. You don't contact her or her family ever again. She's not to be broke anymore. Respect the law and get the fuck out of her life. Stop raping me. Stop it. Stop raping me. 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 Stop it. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. Stop.
Can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave.
Stop raping me. Stop calling me. Stop contacting me. Stop trying to get me to call you. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. I don't like you. Are you having difficulty understanding what the words no and don't mean? One time is all that should be said, don't you think? Once.
I don't. Stop.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I.
Stepdad's been raping you since
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Leave me alone. Alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone.
I don't think you're cute. I do not think you're hot. I do not think you're sexy. I don't think you're handsome. I don't think you're smart. I don't think you're cute. I don't think you're attractive. I think you're repulsive. I think you're repulsive. You repulse me. You give me the heebie-jeebies.
Mrs. Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof. I don't. This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures? You want?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road, dude.
I'm your stalker. I have pictures of you. What she's telling him is... What she's telling the guy is... She's trying to reason with him. Do you like having a camera in your fucking face all the time? And he's like, I got pictures of you. I'm your stalker. I got pictures of you. You want me to show you? Jesus Christ. No. No. And then he's threatening to get them.
I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give
get
a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
You're gonna
I don't give a
find out.
fuck.
This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make
Oh,
you
is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures? You want?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road, dude. I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
find
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
You're gonna
I don't give a
find
fuck.
out.
This make
I got threatened today, just today, with kidnapping. I'm gonna kidnap you. I'm gonna take. You're gonna go. Doesn't matter what you want. I'm gonna make you go. I'm gonna make you lie for me. I'm gonna make you say what I tell you to say. You're broke. I made you broke. I have money. You're gonna go to this house in Houston and suck everybody's dick I tell you to suck. And I said no, didn't I? How long have I been telling you no? You're a job for me, and it's inappropriate for you to contact me. You're just a job, Charles. It's not up to you. Was the Fabian puzzle up to you? Was the McNamara email up to you? We got shit ton more today because you don't listen. He said you're not to contact her anymore. When you contact me, we get more. When you cause problems for me, we get more. When I'm broke, we get more. When Mike's in jail, we get more. Because people hate your guts for what you're putting everybody else through. It's monster. It's not sexy. It's not hot. You're a monster. It's like this all day for me. I'm going to kidnap you. I'm going to put you in jail. I have money. I took everything you have. You're going to go. You're going to do what I say. You're going to lie. Am I? I said no. There's going to be a wedding. No, there's not. Who's telling on me? Is it your mom? Is it Jim? Who's telling on me? If you have to ask me who told on you, thanks for the admission of guilt, by the way, then I think you don't have as much control as you think you do. We've always controlled the flow of information. You've never controlled that.
This makes stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, see you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice.
Okay, so if the guys that are helping me can get information from you to me and get me a Fabian puzzle in jail, if they can do that, do you really think that they can't get it back and get you off me? That right now they're not just flicking at you, waiting to stand up and crush you. Do you really think that they can't? What are they gonna do if you hurt me? They're keeping you from hurting me worse than you already have, and you know that. So what are they gonna do, Mr. Perry? If you did kidnap me, if you did kill me, if you do another false arrest, what then? What are they gonna do? Because they're the ones with the power. They're the ones getting the intel and giving it to me. What are they gonna do to you? If you can't control yourself, respect the law. And respect me like they told you to. What are they gonna do? That's what you need to worry about. Don't you think? If they hired me and brought me in, you don't think they've hired other people? You don't think they already have things in place ready to go in case you do something like that? We knew that you were gonna have me pulled over. We already had a plan. Did we not? Did I not talk to the officer in such a way that we already had a plan? I didn't talk to him. I said what I said. Didn't I? To set everything up for that plan. I needed to get him to clarify his duties as a police officer. He did, twice. So, what are they gonna do to you? I'll show you what they did today, because you didn't listen. You defied authority. They got that to me in jail. You defied authority. They got that to me before you did it, because you defied authority. They got that to me before you started going at my car, because you defied authority. Wasn't up to you, was it, that we got that? Look at this one. You want my driver's license? We got it before. You want my driver's license? You want my driver's license? See that? Wanted me door dashing so that he could get me to a certain location to have me pulled over. Look at all these pull over. I need a bathroom break because I'm not going to do it to her. I'm not doing it. One officer said, when she blows my hair, I got to go to the bathroom. Another one said, I'm not going to put my name on a diagnosed whack job's bad decision. This is a bad decision. I'm not going to do it. And he was told, well, you might not have a choice. And he said, I always have a choice. He's a diagnosed Looney Tooney. I'm not putting my name on that bad decision of a diagnosed Looney Tooney. I'm not going to do it. He can't put 2 and 2 together to save his life. It's square for him. She wants him to lie, and she said no. Yeah, okay. There's the answer right there. As far as I'm concerned, let's go on to the next thing. I said no, I'm not going to lie for you. That means I'm telling the truth right now. Somebody already said to you, "Wait, you want her to lie?" She says you want her to lie. No, we've never asked her to lie. We want her to tell the truth. Well, she says you want her to lie. She says she's telling the truth now. Either way, what you're telling me is you want her to change her story. You want her to change her story to what you want it to be. And she said no. She said no. Now you're coercing. Now you're bullying. Now you're witness tampering. Now you're breaking the law. You're defying authority. Right? Because you think you can. When we're quoting you every day and you're asking me for, you're asking me who leaked. I'm sorry, what are you getting away with? Sir, what are the guys that got that to me? What are they going to do if you kidnap me or kill me or force me to do something I don't want to do. What are they going to do to you? If they got that from you to me, and they got this to me in jail, what is it you think they can do? They got a lot more power than you. They're also normal. They think you're a monster too. So I'm sorry, TPD, but for the 40 officers that do this kind of stuff, side by side, I mean, I'm just saying. So this right here, all the stuff, the intel they got from you to me, Charles, wasn't up to you, was it? Yeah. I'm guessing if it were up to you, you wouldn't like me to have that, would you? But the more you contact me, the more you rape me, the longer you make me be broke and you keep Mike in jail, the more of this we get. They're going to pile it on you. In a criminal case, they're building against you. Why else would they get it? Huh? Look at all that, Charles. Pull her over, 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 pull her over. Tons of them. We got to get her driver's license and a computer. Yeah, we got Rogers County and Mays County watching for her. Take the computer. Take her computer. We're going to do a kidnapping. I got threatened with it all day. I'm going to have you kidnapped. Are you? We're going to have a wedding. No, we're not. We're absolutely not going to. It's not going to happen. You're delusional. Get a look at her driver's license or your phone. Something about my phone. I mean, I don't even. There's so much here. Some of it I even forgot about. A drastic change in her life, followed by a change in her testimony, is not fishy. Do we all have stupid written on our forehead? Yeah. She's saying he's trying to make me lie. All she said for several years now is he's trying to force me to lie. He's trying to starve me until I lie. He's trying to kick me out of my home, so I'll lie. I have a house. I'm rich. I made you broke. Who's telling on me? Is it Jim? Is it Al? Is it your mom? Is it your family? Who's telling on me? I'm gonna kidnap you. Marry me. Let's have a wedding. Jesus, God in heaven. Have her family kidnap her. Look at all this. Starvation, take my car, search warrant, club raid, second false arrest. This was all the threats I got. He made in one day. And a family intervention. All of this in one day he threatened me with. And they got recordings of them talking about it too. So when they get recordings of them talking about a certain topic, and then he's typing it in my phone, it makes it double scary. Like the McNamara email, he actually carried that out. So it's terrorizing. When somebody's threatening you, it's kind of scary, but sometimes you can just blow it off because it's just words, right? But if they start carrying out these things, now all of a sudden it's terrifying. What's he going to take next? What's he going to ruin next? We got to make her go back to... So today, all we heard is she not going to move? Can we not make her leave Oklahoma? Charles, leave everything alone. Get out of my phone, please. Y'all saw that? Okay, yeah. Nope, he did that. I did not do that. Okay, hang on. We're going to make her, against her will, go to Texas, where we can do more to hurt her. Torture, torment, murder. So I have to sign an affidavit. He says Charles tells everybody who will listen. He's not made it a secret. I wrote up an affidavit. The affidavit says she's sorry that she lied. She lied about me. She lied about her parents. Because I promised her parents they'd also get the smear campaign. She caught their crime too. My parents, my grandmother left. My grandmother said, I worked all my life to put money aside for you and your sister and your cousin. When I die, you're going to get it. Your mom has it. I'm a little concerned she's not going to give you yours. I had other relatives tell me the same thing. You know how your mom is. She's a thief. She'll keep it. You'll never see it. She did. I got calls from people who went to Teen Challenge. One person in particular is more of a blatant situation where he was her son. She was told, your son can do 2 types of education. He can do the non-accredited Christian education, and it's free. Or if you want him to go to accredited school, I have to go through another program. It costs $1,000. The lady says, I want him to go through an accredited school. I'll send you the $1,000. She mails the $1,000 in. The kid, and about 6 months later, finds out her kid is still in the non-accredited program, the free shit. So she asked Kathy, "What's going on with that?" I still have the emails for this. I still have the emails of it. She said, what is he doing in this other program that's not accredited? I sent you $1,000. Well, Kathy said, what happened is you didn't put what it's for, so I just put it in the general fund. She said, but we talked about it at length. You knew what it was for. We had a big old long conversation about the accredited school and the non-accredited school and how much it costs. Don't tell, what do you mean I didn't write in the memo part what it was for? She goes, I feel like your mom just robbed me and my kid. This happened a lot. I heard it a lot. When they got investigated for child abuse, all those emails went to the state police in New Mexico. That's what they were investigating. Mr. Perry, will you please shut up? Now he typed in my phone, is it the New Mexico State Police helping you? Who's helping you? Is it the New Mexico State Police? Oh my God. I'm never going to help you. I will never tell you anything. We all want you gone. We all want you gone, sir. Everybody's sick of you. You are not invited here. He'll type in my phone, I'm here. Like this supposed to make me happy. No, that's not what I want. I want for you to be gone. We're not going to tell you shit. No one, you've called I'm sure you've called them. Have you not? Did you ask them, are you helping her? Anybody tell you anything? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. How do you know who's lying and who's telling the truth? Nobody's going to tell you shit. When he arrests you, Charles, whoever it is, when he arrests you, then you'll know then. He did say, if Charles really wants a phone call from me, there is only one way he will get one. He has to give back every fucking thing he took from you and fix everything he broke and get the fuck out of your life. Otherwise, he's wasting my time. My time has been spent very well, wisely used, running intel ops to find out what he's doing, so he doesn't hurt you. You're my priority, not him. What's best for you is my priority, not him. So he's going to waste my time on a phone call if he can't understand a fucking thing I say. What I said is, her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her or her family, not in any way, shape, or form, not directly or indirectly, and she is not to be broke anymore. Get your hands out of her wallet. Respect the law. Respect her. And fuck off, bitch. Grow a pair and act like a dude once in a while. So, if he can't do that and he can't understand what I just said, I'm not going to pick up the phone and call the guy and waste my time. I might as well talk to the wall. And I don't repeat myself. I don't do it. I'm busy. I have a lot of power. I'm very busy. I got a lot of things I got to do. My main priority is keeping Cynthia safe. From you. Alright? Not going to pick up the phone and talk to you. Or anybody he's afraid might leak to you. So it's not like, right now, unfortunately, we don't trust TPD. TPD can't call him and get any answers because they showed us they can be trusted. If it's Officer XYZ, it's a need to know. Officer XYZ at 123 department, and TPD calls. Well, but TPD, you gave her a police report to the offender. You just had her pulled over. So we're not going to talk to you because you'll go tell Charles. We want to protect the integrity. You don't get to know. I'm sorry. I wish it was different. But, you did what you did. So, this was, I quote judges, Charles. They're getting information from judges, you bitch. Was it up to you? No, it was not. So when he tells you, don't invade her privacy, don't contact her, and get out of her wallet, and you think you have a choice, the R-string thinks you need to be hospitalized, that you think you have a choice. Because you don't. You're in violation of the law. You're defying authority. You're defying authority that can get a quote from a judge. sir. A judge you were standing in front of lying to. And she was irritated. What, did she not kind of make that clear? It looks to me like you're doing exactly what her harassment email says of 2018. When she's in jail, you told everybody at the fucking jail. When she goes home, I'm going to harass the hell out of her. When she complains about it, I'm going to say she was harassing us. I'm going to lie. And that's what she said. Looks to me like that's what you're doing. So you think you could back off of her for a couple of weeks so we can rule out that that's what you're doing? Because if you don't do anything to her for 2 weeks, and she's still ranting and raving, then she's just, she's nutty. Did you do somebody gave us one tonight that you were talking about Ted and Philip are going to have a hard time explaining some of this. We need to make her look crazy. Are Ted and Philip trying to do that? Are we going to be able to prove that out or not? Right now, it's a information that we have in. It's in the hold file. We got to prove it out. Are they working for you too? They're supposed to be the public defenders against a false arrest of me. So, are Ted and Philip able to? Are they going to find a way around whatever it is I have to try to make me look crazy? Is that what you're having them do? It's either true or it's not. There's facts, and then there's facts, and there's opinions, and They're either doing that or they're not. If they go to a meeting, read my email, and sit there and try to help you find a way around what I said, they are. She said, leave her alone. I got to rule out entrapment and provocation, because it looks like the harassment email is exactly what you're doing. That is Judge Kirkendall, that I'm quoting. Right? Charles, you're contacting me right now. You're creeping me out. You're not hot. You're not sexy. I don't want you. You're just a wannabe. This was lucky. We got tired of being asked to pull her over. Okay? I want to get her kicked out of her home. So, Bald Fat Calvin. Okay, I got Bald Fat Calvin's name. Was it up to you that we got that? We've always controlled the flow of information. Always. It's not been up to you. Point out for me the injuries on Mike that looked like he was in a fight. That looked like he was in a drunken brawl. And killed someone in that drunken brawl. Point him out in the arrest report. Red swollen right hand. Well, he's got an IV in it. That's going to make it red and swollen. I said he was drugged in March. Sure shit, in May they said he was too. They did. He was. Before, after. We got it before. Was it up to you? We've always controlled the flow of information. Okay? You will never get a wedding with me. But we're advertising for you to find some crackpot chick that likes, there was a waitress at the club that I've been talking about that met a prisoner on Facebook. He's a cop killer from Oklahoma City. She met the bitch on Facebook. She's got kids. She's going to take that guy around her kids after he gets out of jail. Jesus, who the fuck does that? She's your type. She's your type. Why don't you go out with her? Okay, use me as a test case. Look at the date on that. Charles wants to use me as a test case. The Supreme Court. He wants to accuse me of cyberbullying for telling on him when he's stalking me and he gets caught. Like the McNamara email. That's cyberbullying. Or when I express very great frustration because I'm having to live like this. I've lost everything I have. You have somebody take your home and your car and everything you own. You're going to call them a name. Believe me. Fucktard is the nice one, Charles. You've been called worse. A lot worse. Because some people hate your guts for what you're putting me through. So Charles, don't contact me. So we'll get more because you just did that. I didn't ask you what you thought, did I? Get out of my phone. Starts typing in my phone. Okay. Look at the date on that. Yeah, this is something he planned a long time ago. All right, this is what we got in because you kept contacting me after he told you to stop. You kept planning more problems after he asked you not to. Leave her alone. He said her privacy is not to be invaded. Don't contact her or her family. and get your hands out of her wallet. You know, I worked tonight and I came home with $20. I couldn't go dance because they posed another danger. They posed yet another danger. So, we got this. It looks like she's not going to go to the club again because they got caught again talking about getting her in the parking lot. Is this the kidnapping or the second false arrest? Or both? Then you're going to sit me down, have my family talk me into signing your lie? Right? Your affidavit is it's not factual, Charles. Okay, I don't sign somebody else's statement. I'll sign my own. Thank you. You're not my spokesperson. I'll speak for me. Thank you. I'm a 53-year-old woman. I speak for me. I have good grades in college. I'm in my 4th year. But for you jamming at my computer, sir, or causing a problem, you caused a problem. I'd have had a 3.9 GPA. I'm the one catching your crime that nobody else did all your life. I don't need you to speak for me. I don't sign your words. I sign my words. You can take your words and shove them up your ass. You can get my uncle and my cousin to sit in front of me and give me 20 reasons why I ought to lie for you. And I'll know why they're doing that. It's not them talking. It's you talking. I won't hold it against them. I'll hold it against you. He said stay away from her family, didn't he? So my family tells me that my mother takes my 10 grand or 15 grand, whatever it is, from my grandmother. My sister got it. My cousin got it. I'm getting, years later, I'm getting a divorce. Was it years later? A couple of years later. 2007 is when my grandmother died. 12 or 13, somewhere in there is when I got a divorce. My ex-husband leaves. Now I got one income, not two. So I'm a little behind on my electric bill. I make payment arrangements. Now it's the day I got to pay it, or they're going to disconnect me. Well, I call my mom. Well, who else would you call? You call your parents. You know what? If my kids called me and I had the money, I'd help them in a heartbeat without thinking twice. So I can't, the stuff that my parents have done to me, I can't imagine doing it to my kids. Can't imagine it. There's no way I would do that. I mean, there's just no fucking way. I would do the shit to my kids that my mother has done to me and my dad, or whoever these people are that raised me. My granddad raised me, and I was raised in the right home because of him, and only him, and my grandmother. It has nothing to do with Lynn and Kathy. So the only thing that Lynn and Kathy did for me is they took me to church, and they taught me about God and everything. And Kathy actually did teach me a pretty good work ethic. Everything else, whatever. I don't even fucking know who these people are. But I guess somebody said she was not adopted and Kathy is her mother. Oh, fine. I don't even care. The person that told me, the detective that investigated them for child abuse, said, the records that we have show your dad is your dad and your mom is a stepmom. And I was like, that's the first I heard of it. I don't know anything about that. I don't know. I don't care. You know, at this point in my life, who gives a fuck? So I guess some people sit around and want to know all that shit. I really don't. I just don't. It's not important to me anyways. But to me, family is the people that's there for you. Just like that, that's your family. And there's family that I have right now that I know want to be there for me. I mean, I had a very bad accident at my cousin's house one time. And, a very bad accident. And his wife was the first person to run over to me and try to help me. That's family. That's your family. I know that you're keeping them away from me right now. We're not happy about it. Nobody's happy about that. That's not normal to do that. Alienating somebody from their family is human trafficker kind of stuff, not a really nice guy kind of stuff. The men that I date, it's not in their DNA or in their makeup to act like that or do shit like that. So it would never be you, even if you weren't just a job. So, I know you sit around and lie to yourself and fantasize and daydream. And I know people are getting concerned about that. Charles needs to go do something besides sit around and daydream so that he's not making everything a problem for the whole corporation or whatever it is you guys are. Creepy club group. So when I have electricity problems, I call my mom and I'm like, I need to borrow some money to pay my electric bill, but I am getting paid Friday. I can pay it Friday, but that doesn't help me now. It's Wednesday. So they're going to cut me off at midnight. I'll give it to you, but you owe me that Friday. You better pay me back. Not, you know what I would do if it were me? Sure, I'll pay it. And on Friday, why don't you keep that money and take care of your kids? Don't worry about it. I got it. I would appreciate any opportunity. I had the money and I could give money to my kids. If I have it, I would love to be able to give my kids money if they needed it. You take all my money, so I can't. Believe me, as soon as you're in jail and have money again, I want to be there for my kids. If they need some, I want to give them some. I wouldn't make him ask twice. I wouldn't make him beg. I wouldn't make him feel shitty about it. It's something that any normal mom would want to do. Now, if they're getting irresponsible about it, that's something different. Then we got to have a talk about the irresponsibility. But you're not going to, as a parent, normal parents, don't act like that. So, all that time, my mother had my money, and I knew she had my money. And I never said a word about it. I didn't bring it up. I didn't ask her about it. And I knew what she did. Everybody told me what she did. So what I did, though, is when I needed it to help Mike, then I asked for it. Not before. That day, I didn't say a word, even though she treated me like crap. And she made sure I knew on Friday I better pay her back. Even if that meant the kids and I were going to struggle on Friday. Who the hell does that? Okay, so I'm sorry that hurt her feelings, that I said that, and that she screwed all those Teen Challenge kids over. I wish, believe me, I wish she didn't. It's embarrassing for me. I had to apologize to those kids. I had to listen. I sat and listened to child after child after child cry for hours on the phone, telling me what my parents did to them. Do you think that was fun for me? So now you've promised them, I promise you, we'll have her go back to the club. We'll have her arrested on prostitution or whatever it is you made up this time. It's always usually something different until you get caught. Was it, it was the jewelry scam. Have Terry Wagner give her jewelry, make her broke. Then she'll have to go pawn it. And then we'll say it was stolen. He gave it to me. And, it was crap, actually. I took a picture of it. My guys tell me, we took that to our jewelry. He said, this is like Avon Walmart shit. It's not worth anything. His pawn shop's not even going to take it. So I never took it. I never did. I was like starving. So it would have been nice to be able to take it to a pawn shop. It's just that they're telling me it's not worth shit, so I didn't take it. But you did that. You planned that. I found out before you did it. The guys that gave me this told me. So, Mr. Perry, these guys have a lot of power. You pissed them off. Every time you contact me, you piss them off and we get more. You piss off your leaks, we get more. Every time you contact me. Every day I'm broke. Every day you invade my privacy and rape me. Every time you go around and take something from me. Mr. Perry, get the hell out of my life. Get out of it. Just get out. Just get the fuck out of my life. Get out of it. You weren't invited here. So, yeah, when he types in my phone, I'm here. Did you think I was going to be happy? I'm not happy. You just pissed me off. So don't complain when I start typing what you guys just said. You asked for it. This is, anyway, so I didn't even talk to my parents actually about that money until I needed it to help Mike. And Charles and Dave told him not to give it to me. Didn't you? Lynn, I guess my guys get Lynn saying, I wish I would have given it to her in 2007 so they wouldn't have taken this thing in Lubbock. She wouldn't have taken the job in Lubbock or whatever the hell has made them live to Lubbock because they were happy in Vegas. Should have given it to him in Vegas. That would have kind of helped her bridge over from one career to another. I was done with medical. I was done with it. But they were happy in Vegas. They were doing very well. And then we wouldn't have had this Charles Perry all over raping all of us. He's not just raping her, it's raping all of us. Someone else said that. Who said that, Charles? This guy, I'm going to be vulgar here. I'm going to repeat it exactly like he said it. That bitch is wiping his limp dick, or he said floppy dick all over everybody. He's not just raping her, he's raping everybody. And I'm tired of it. I'm not a leak, but I can see why some people would leak if they have any chance to at all. Because this is nasty what he's doing to everybody in Oklahoma. So I'm quoting his words, and it was a guy so that you can understand how disgusted everybody is with you. Mr. Perry, did you abandon your family to come up here and make everybody's life a living hell? It's not like you came up here and you're just this big ray of sunshine and you just made everybody's life wonderful and fun. You've made it hell. You made it living hell. So did you promise Lynn a smear campaign? I mean, this was today. He said her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her or her family anymore, ever again. She's not to be broke. Respect the law. Respect her. Fuck off. Or I'm going to do it for you. So did you talk to Lynn and promise him, after I smear her again with another second false arrest, what I'm going to do, or prostitution by sock? It's okay. There's no money changing. There's money changing hands for a lap dance. There's no money changing hands for the act specifically of taking shoes off. The shoes are being taken off not for sex, but so you don't poke a hole in furniture, or some people take their shoes off when their feet hurt. You're wearing 8-inch heels, 6-inch heels. Your feet are going to hurt. They do it at every club. Every girl does it. You're going to selectively prosecute me and do the Stormy Daniel thing so you can give Lynn his smear campaign? Did you promise him that? I'm going to have her false arrested again, and we'll make her say that she lied about you too. On this affidavit I signed, I wrote, I speak for me. I'm not going to sign my name to your lie. You speak for you. You don't speak for me. I speak for me. Got it? Nobody speaks for me but me. Can we just get Frank Morrison to say she misunderstood? Frank Morrison can't speak to what I understood, can he? If you use the word just in front of a lie, does that make it less a lie? Y'all say that a lot. Can we just say that? Can we just say this? Then it's less of a lie. If we use the word just in front of it. You do it a lot. We get stuff in every time, there's a problem that Mr. Perry causes me, or a loss, or he contacts me, or he rapes me, and every day I'm broke, and every day Mike's in jail. We get more and more. We don't put it all out. We only put some of it out. So, I mean, if it were me, just normal common sense would tell you that's who you should be shitting yourself over, not her. These people. What are they going to do if we keep messing with her? See, you don't know. You don't think that. You don't guys are stupid. You don't think stuff like that through, do you? So basically, that's what this is about. Lynn's mad because what we're going to do is we're going to false arrest her. We're going to sit her down. We're going to have Corky and Craig tell her, you have to sign his affidavit and you got to go with him, like it or not. They make us say this because I know they wouldn't say that on their own. I know them. I've known them since I'm born. A lot longer than I've known you. I know good and well Corky and Craig would not do that. They wouldn't do it. It's not within them to do that. The only reason they would do it is if you made them feel like they had to. You like coercing, you like threatening, you like, threats and bribes. You're all about the threats and bribes. If you're doing it to me, of course you're doing it to everybody else. Of course you're doing it to everybody else. I'm going to starve you into a lie, or you can do what I tell you, and you can take the money, but you got to suck 20 guys' dick a day. Over in Houston. Right? And then after a week we'll kill you. We've got your signed lie. We don't need you anymore after that. I mean, do you think I was born yesterday? Do I have stupid written across my face? I'm the one catching your crime like nobody else. It's like you forget who you're talking to. I'm the one catching the crime more than anybody you know in your entire life. You hid it all your life until you met me. Life as you knew it changed. It was different all of a sudden, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so you promised Lynn a lie and he's not going to get one, is he? Everybody write this down, please, because it's pissing me off that I have to repeat myself. I said no. You continue to try to make my life a living hell, more and more and more and more and more, thinking that'll make me change my mind. I said no. The more you try to make me change my mind, the more you're going to get charged with coercion. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. So you let that can look however you want it to look. That's where you control. Okay? If you want to commit the crime, you control the consequences, don't you? There's always consequences, whether you want to admit that or not. There is. I've told you there are. If I'm quoting you, somebody somewhere has that. Their intent is to use it to put you in jail. That's the consequences you choose, Charles. I don't care what you think, bitch. Come on now. You're making me repeat myself again. I didn't ask you what you think, did I? I asked you not to contact me, didn't I? Get out of my phone. Get the hell out of my phone. Charles, get out of my phone. You don't have a choice. It is illegal. It's a felony to peep, hack, coerce, witness tamper, forge names. So he just, oh my gosh. The stuff he says doesn't even make sense. Okay, so and then we got this one, Mr. Perry. You want to contact me? This is what happened. Don't act mad about it. You asked for it. We told them you can't keep it from working. You did. And so now we got 4 or 5 weeks in a row she's not been to work because he had something harmful planned. I think, and then he types in my phone, I made you broke. I made you broke. I have money. Lie for me. I have money. I'm going to kidnap you. We're going to have a wedding. I'm here. Call me. Who told on me? And I'm just going, the fuck is wrong with this weirdo? What the fuck is wrong with him? I made you broke. Call me. I made you broke. Call me. I have money. I made you broke. Call me. You just go. Call me. Anybody want to date with a guy that does that shit? Types it in your phone? Just get in touch with us on Facebook. We'll hook you up with Perry. He's available. I mean, I don't want him. Does anybody want him? Anybody else want him? We have any takers? Okay, so the guy said, I think it's working against him. He doesn't care. He just enjoys sitting around bothering everybody. I think she's right. He's a sex sadist. He bothers her. He gets caught. He bothers her. Gets caught. He bothers her. Gets caught. He bothers her. Gets caught. Over and over and over. Same old, same old, same old. So I think that she's right. He doesn't care. He just gets a sick thrill making everybody mad. You think it makes people glad when you're cruel? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what people we know that Charles surrounds himself with deviant men who are just like him. They're just sick just like him. They're deviants just like he is. So they all have talked themselves into this is a fine, and it's not fine for the whole rest of the world is not fine with it, sir. You have leaks, we don't. Might I remind you, you have the leaks, we do not. They won't even talk to TPD. They won't talk to him. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's called around looking for him. They won't even talk to TPD. They're sure as shit not going to talk to you. You sadist piece of shit. So, that's what the guy's saying. I think she's right. You say, it does seem to, this is true about the shower. Yeah, twice a week I could maybe eke out $20 for a shower. Twice a week. For God's sake. Then, Charles, leave me alone. Get out. Stop contacting me. Please stop. See, a lot of times if I stop and say, please stop, you will. Sometimes you won't, but most of the time you will. It's worth a shot. So, I mean, this guy is fucking creepy. I don't know how to just... Charles Perry is the creepy... I lived in Vegas. There's some creepy people there. Charles Perry, by far, is the creepiest of the creepy and the weirdest of the weird. If you add all those people together, they can even get close to how weirdo and creepster Charles is. Couldn't even get close. He is that off the rails, whack job creepy. I mean, way out there creepy. I don't. The stuff he thinks up, I'm like, no normal person could think that up if they tried. Couldn't do it. So, Mr. Perry, the men that I date, they don't have that kind of makeup or DNA. I mean, that's just not the way they are. They couldn't do the horrible things that you do, the horror and the terrorizing constantly that you do. So that's what he was saying. If all the stuff he's doing is getting him in trouble, is getting him caught. You're paying a shit ton of money for a cover-up, and the more you try to cover it up, the more she gets. The more it gets uncovered. The more you chase the lie, the more truth we get. And, like, more than ever in your life. So why would anybody do that? Like, he's just like he gets a sick thrill. Being a sadist. Torturing women. mommy issues and crap. Mommy humiliated me, so now I'm a sex weirdo. Is that how that works? Somebody at work asked me one night, I go, I have a stalker, and this, and he does that, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, let me guess, child abuse sex weirdo. One of those? Yeah, one of those. Yep, you're a stereotype. Lovely for you. Your kids are going to be proud. Yeah, they are. So, all of this right here, he's saying, I thought I read somewhere that she said he was making her take a cold shower. He did. First, I'm going to the Flying J, and it's 20, it's like 20, I think at the time it was like 16, they raised it, it's like $20 for a shower, and nice, warm, hot showers. All of a sudden, they start making them cold. All of a sudden, the people that worked there that were really friendly to me before, all of a sudden, they were cold. And I'm like, Charles has been here. You can always tell. There's no fight. Just all of a sudden, everybody's mean to you. It's hostile. That's torture, taking a cold shower. You only get 2 a week. I'm only going to let you take 2 showers a week, and they're going to be cold. The same guy they recorded, call him Brandon, so he'll call us to get her car when she goes to take a shower. That phone call was made on the 18th. They actually did it on the 19th, the very next day, from that place. It's not like they took my car from some other place. They took it from there. So that proved out that recording. I don't think they realized that's what they did. So yeah, this is psychotic to do that to somebody. It's psychotic. You need to be in a fucking anybody that would do something like that to another person, you need to be in a fucking straitjacket. I'm not shitting you. That's not normal. Like, normal people are horrified by that. Horrified by it. And that's what he said. This asshole has not spared any expense to ruin her. Now, had he not spared any expense to win her heart and be nice to her and everything, this would be a whole different deal. But that's not what he did. He has spared no expense to ruin her. He'll spend $1,000 a night to make sure I only make 20. Literally, he'll do that. Then he can't tell why we get more intel. So a lot of his money is going down the tubes. Because when he does that, we get this. We get all this kind of shit. Right? That's not all we got in. That's just what we put out. It's not even close to what we got in, Mr. Perry. You contact me, we get more. You cause me a problem, we get more. Every day I'm broke, we get more. You invade my privacy, we get more. You don't get anything. You don't get a date, a wedding, or a lie, or an affidavit. That's your bullshit, not mine. I only sign my words. I'm not going to sign yours. I'm not going to lie for you. Okay? I'm not. There's not going to be a wedding. There's not going to be a date. There's not going to be a phone call. Ever. Set your expectations to what I just said. I've been saying it for years. Every day. Same thing. Same old. Repeat. Charles can't remember shit. He's got mental problems, and you got to repeat yourself all the time. That's exactly why Eric, I won't call you. I'm not going to talk to somebody like that. I don't have time. I'm busy running an intel op to get this kind of stuff. So that Cindy's safe. Because that's my priority, my only priority. Cindy's safe. So you do something to hurt me, what do you think he's going to do to you? Oh yeah, you're not that smart enough to think about that, are you? They got that to me in jail. You want to piss them off? Then they'll complain and whine and cry, who told on me? I'm not told who the leaks are, but I wouldn't help you if I knew. I don't want to help you. Everybody wants for you to be gone. You guys are completely unable to figure out our motives. None of you have done that. We laugh, we think that's funny. How could you not know our motives? Because when you know what motivates somebody, then you understand what they do. Right? That's why there's all these meetings about trying to figure out why is Charles still doing the same thing that only gets him caught. Nothing else has come from what he's done all these years, but he gets caught and told on. Nothing else. He's got not another fucking thing out of this but that. Why? Why would anybody do the same fail every day for a decade? Why would anybody... He's not getting a date. He's not getting a cover-up. He's not getting a lie. And he's sure shit not getting information. So why do the same thing every day? They get you not that, but told on and told on and caught and told on and caught and caught and told on and caught and told day after day the same thing every day over and over and over and over and over. Why would you do that? Either he's lying about what he wants. He wants to get caught. Or, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Why would somebody do the same fail every day for a decade? He's not loved and wanted. He's hated. Everybody fucking hates you. You're fucking awful. You're horrible. You're terrorizing everybody. You're horrifying people. Everybody's horrified by you. I can get information at the snap of a finger. You can't. I'm not going to sign. I sign my own words and nothing else. I'm not going to sign your words. If you're going to break the law more by trying to coerce me, then that you have to live with consequences. You already are to some extent, right, Calvin? I have your name, Calvin, don't I? All of these came from somebody that just wanted to fuck with me. So who has the actual recordings? They're going to be used in a court of law to get a conviction. What do you think they were for? I don't think you think. That's the problem. I think you don't think. I think you don't understand a fucking thing I just said. I think that your reaction will again be a complete failure. You have no fucking idea what I said. You don't know. You really and truly have no idea. We've heard people expressing frustration. When you talk to Charles, he'll go blank. You can tell he's not there. You can tell he has no idea what you're saying. She's right. He has no idea. He doesn't know. It's like a nursing home. It's like a fucking nursing home patient. He doesn't have Tourette's. He has Huntington's. And when you're talking to him, he'll get this blank stare. Like he just has no... Somebody said, you need to call Charles Perry. He's talking about Cynthia's family like he thinks that's his family. He does know that is not his family. That's her family. That's not his family. So you got a mental illness that would make you do that. And I don't go out with men that do shit like that. I don't. I'm horrified that you have contacted my family behind my back. Horrified. Absolutely horrified. And because you kept threatening, my guys tell me they're really worried about your family leaking. They're threatening the EPA. He's talking to the EPA about getting your uncle and your cousin because he thinks they're leaking. And the EPA said, yeah, I can look into it. You'd be hard pressed to find a body shop that didn't have at least, an infraction or two. So I said something about it immediately. I hope you left that alone. Are you using that same threat to try to make my cousin and my uncle talk me into going somewhere with a murderer? You're a murderer. You're a cop killer. So they want to have a false arrest or a kidnapping, and then sit me down and have my family go, oh, you got to go with them. And here's our affidavit. Sign the affidavit. It says, I'm sorry I lied about Charles and my parents. It's my word, Cynthia, not yours. But we want you to sign it anyway. And then you're going back to Houston with this guy. We had a really nice house for you. And in about a week, I'll be a floater in the bathtub. And then they'll tell everybody she just felt so bad about lying about her parents and Charles that she finally killed herself. Oh, we're all so sad. Oh, poor thing. Bless her heart. And it won't be that. They'll drug me or something because I'm not suicidal type. And I'm not sorry. It's your words, not my... That's your statement, not my statement. I'm not sorry for fuck. I'm sorry you're stupid. I'm sorry you're fucked hard enough to think I would sign something like that or go along with that. I'm sorry you're really fucked hard enough to think that I would be in a wedding with somebody like you. You forged my name 4 years later. Now you're trying to cover it up with a wedding shoot. 4 years after you forged my name. Oh, nobody will suspect a thing. I mean, you're off your nut. You're crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. I have no desire to talk to you. You're a whack job. And I don't have patience for whack job. I'm not a special ed teacher, Charles. And I'm not a shrink. I'm not. Go see a nurse. Go call your nurse. You definitely need one. But because you defied authority again, that authority defied you. Look at all that, Lucius. Are you the one that stomps your feet and gets all mad? Our guys told me, he goes, we've been told there's like a bigger guy that gets like almost acts like a princess girl, like as much as Charles does. Stomps his feet and throws his fit when you won't do what they want. Like he said, tell them, grow a pair of balls, take your dresses off, all of you, put your big boy pants on, and act like men. You embarrass everybody. Act like dudes. Like he was like, they're like 2-year-olds. I didn't get my way. I'm gonna take my toys and go home. First of all, nobody's hurting you. You haven't lost anything. You're hurting me. You've taken everything I own. You've interfered with every relationship I have. Nobody's doing that to you. You are not a victim. So everybody's having a real hard time swallowing your woe is me song. Poor, poor little me. No, it's making people sick. It's working against you, believe me. Just like this guy said, what they're doing is working against them. I don't think they get that. But why would anyone do this crap anyway? Unless you're a sex sadist and you just get off on making everybody mad. He's spared no expense, pissing her off, ruining her life. Had he spared no expense being nice to her, this would be a whole different deal right now, wouldn't it? So he'll spend $1,000 to make sure I only come home with 20. Doesn't matter, door dashing, dancing, no matter what. So my guy door dashes just to see. He's not a door dasher, he's an accountant, but he wanted to see how much I should be making. He also knows how much money Charles is losing. Is it $75 million now? Is that how much money you've spent to get us this? That's what you're buying. You're buying us intel. Did you realize that's what you were doing? He did. He's an accountant. He's not diseased. He's a normal guy accountant. And he said you should be making minimum $80 if you work 8 hours. But a lot. That's like it's a bad day, $80. But you should be making more like 100 to 150, not 20. Not this. Oh, twice a week I might be able to. If I am able to squeak out $5 a day, by the end of the week I should be able to afford a $20 shower. And they're gonna make it cold because Charles told them that I need to be coerced to make it cold. You guys are something. So affidavit wise, I only sign my own statements. You can sign your statement, okay? You wrote that, you sign it. I'm not signing your words. I'm signing my own words. My words are nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. I'm not sorry. Okay, Lynn was the family disappointment, and that was between Granddad and him. That's just what I heard. Lynn could have been the best cop in the world. He decided to drink instead. Okay, that's his choice. He was a shitty dad. Sometimes he was a great dad. Sometimes he was a shitty dad. My dad had some good things about him and bad things about him, but he did abandon me and my child, and ripped my family apart. And why would anybody do that? I don't know what kind of person does that. And I know that you did pressure him to some extent, but sometimes he had a look on his face like he thought it was cool that he was hurting me that bad. So I don't know what kind of ugly man, does that to your child. I wouldn't do it to mine. My children, for me to try to take my children's children away, those babies would have to literally be living in squalor and not eating, and a diaper hadn't been changed for a day or two. I mean, it would have to be bad for me to try to take the kids away. So I can't even begin to imagine why Lynn and Kathy did what they did. Even if you're pushing, they acted like they were having fun. I saw them in court, and there were times when they acted like they were enjoying the whole damn thing. Again, I can't begin to understand that. That's fine. But maybe Lynn's jealous. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not a shrink. I don't care. That's not my thing. The motivations why people do what they do. Really, do I need to get into that with somebody I'm not in a war with? If you're telling them I'm gonna make her lie for you, then really the motivations I need to understand are yours, right? Lynn's an old fart now. The dude, I'm surprised he's still alive, frankly. So anyway, I appreciate what they taught me. That was good. I don't appreciate the way they treated me, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But you're telling them that you're going to make me lie to cover up their crap. I caught their crime. Why did they do the crime? Why can't they just be the person that they told everybody else to be, and the person that they taught me to be? They're not even close. I don't know why anyone, I don't understand that, but it's not for me to worry about either, actually. It's really not. But we do know now that you were trying to do that you promised them that we'll have the affidavit make sure she says she lied about you too. Your words say that. My words do not say that. My words said, no, I caught a crime just like that. That's what it was. Your words can say that, Mr. Perry. You feel free to sign that affidavit yourself. I only sign my own words, okay? So everybody know for the record what Mr. Perry's threats are of the day. It's like this for me every day. Kidnap, false arrest. You can't go to work tonight because he's going to, they're going to get you on the parking lot. Second time we've had that conversation. When you contact me, we get more. We find out more. When you invade my privacy, we find out more. So you're paying a lot of money for us to get a lot of intel? Is that what you're doing? Do you even know what you're doing? Yeah, I don't think you do. I think you got such bad mental. You got delusion pus literally squirting out your ears, hitting people in the eye, and they're all like, ew. You're making people very upset, and then I guess you go jack off when you get people upset. Is that what happened? Why would you keep doing the same thing they get you told on? You wasted a lot of money. $75 million is a lot of money. That'd feed a small country. And he'll spend $1,000 to make sure I only come home with 20. So that when we get this, sir, that's what you bought. That's what you bought right there. Right there. Right there. That's what you bought. You paid for that. You paid for that. You paid for that. You paid for that. And you paid for that. And you paid for that. Before, after. You paid for that. Okay? There's not going to be a wedding. There's not going to be a phone call. There's not going to be a date. And I have no intention of leaving Oklahoma. I'm sorry that you have hired all these men to try to figure out how to make me do it against my will. So, but what that bought us is this right here. That got us that. All right? You pissed off a lot of people. People with a whole lot of power. And when we got this, it was not up to you, was it? Yeah. Nope, it never is. We've always controlled the flow of information. McNamara email, sir, was in 2015. 2015. Since 2015, we, and only we, have controlled the flow of information. And when we get this stuff in, it is never up to you. It's not up to you at all. So if you want to piss people off, my guys, the guys that got me this, with shoving what you want up their ass and mine, be careful. Be very careful. I wouldn't recommend it. Judge Kirkendall's comments, I gotta rule out entrapment. You're gonna piss somebody off, they can get the judges. We're quoting judges, sir. Do you even know what that means? I don't think you do. I think you have no fucking idea. They can get that to me in jail. Nobody asked you what you thought. No one cares. This right here is not about you. It's about me and Fabian. It has nothing to do with you. And so that wasn't up to you, was it? Nope. But if you piss them off, don't complain about what they do, because you defied authority. All they asked you to do is comply with the law, really. So, I don't know what to tell you, but everybody's had enough of it. They're sick and tired of you. Very, very sick and tired of you.